All right, everybody. Jason Sloan with Total Law Solutions here coming to you live with Nathan Higgs. So I'm down here in Guadalajara, Mexico, and he's still up in Denver, Colorado area. How's it going, Nathan?
I'm good. How about you, Jason?
I'm doing good. Fortunately, the hurricane passes by, but I won't be going to Puerto Vallarta anytime soon, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like one's headed that way.
Yeah, well, it hit the other day, so it was going to hit here, but I guess because we're sitting about as high as Colorado, so maybe it just and the rain wasn't even that bad, so
yeah,
it was good. Hopefully, we don't get another one.
Right.
But yeah, I was watching a video. Somebody said they haven't seen a storm like that ever, and the guy lived there 50 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So where do you want to get started? You want to go into your background, or what do you want to do?
Well, so I've been in roofing since 2009. Got out of roofing in 2020. Luckily, I didn't have a clue that COVID was coming to an end, but I had the offer to sell both of my businesses in 19, and they concluded in 20. And then I took some time off and reorganized myself and went back into what I really enjoy, which is interior remodeling. And that's where I sit today, is doing kitchen and bathrooms and basements and stuff for people.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot more hands-on, dealing with clients and everything, and
that's the disadvantage.
Except for when they love you, then it's great, right?
Yeah, what can I say?
It seems like in roofing, if you get it done fast and there's no issues, then everybody loves you. But
right,
you and me both know that doesn't happen all the time. And if you leave the job site for 5 minutes, it seems there's some issue.
Yeah,
you got to put out a fire and everything.
Yeah. Fires aren't always a problem. It's how you resolve them that becomes the problem. And, that's what I always taught when I was teaching companies how to scale their business, that, don't be afraid of the problem. Only be afraid of your action that resolves the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And, so for me, I have to practice what I preach. And, I enjoy doing the interior stuff a little bit more because it's more designed. It's, you're seeing a different product at the end compared to a roof. Man, it's either brown or black or gray.
Yeah.
Get some white here and there, but other than that, it's 4 colors really. And, you're not changing architecture of anything, so it's kind of boring,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, every once in a while we deal with some of that, but
right.
For the most part, it's like the most you're doing is, I'm going from a 3-tab to a dimensional,
right.
Or hey, they want to put tile on their house or
right.
something like that. But yeah, exactly. And then when you do replace the roof, it's pretty much like you said, they're going with a similar product.
Yep. Especially in insurance work, insurance isn't going to pay for it to go 3-tab all the way up to tile unless the customer won the lottery.
Yeah.
So I miss roofing in the sense that it was fast and it was easy and it was simple. And, the hail claims were abundant, but, I found a niche industry here that is abundant. So, I'm not complaining by any stroke of the imagination. So it's a lot of fun.
So what would you say? And I remember when all this started, you were remodeling your house and then that kind of kicked it off, right?
Yeah. So, I sold Higgs Professional to SRS Distribution August of 2019. The sale concluded in January, and I worked for SRS for a period of time. And, I was doing some remodeling work to my house because, there was some outdated stuff and some stuff that I had just never gone through the time of repairing because, I was busy. Owning a business is busy. And so, instead of, taking the time to do it, I never took the time. And so when I started doing this, it re-energized my love for the remodeling. And, I did that. And so we were done remodeling by July of 2020. And, I just, I took, another 8 months off and just relaxed and didn't really do much of anything And, when I kept thinking of what I wanted to do next, and I know you and I had this conversation many times, what's next for me,
Mm-hmm.
I everything kept coming back to this. And, it just feels right. I got a good group of guys that work for me, and, it's growing exponentially, and it's a lot of fun. It's a change, and I'm not a big fan of change, but it definitely, it feels like a roofing company, but it feels like a hometown roofing company in the sense that you're seeing the same guys all day, every day. You're not, finding crews that, come from Texas or come from Oklahoma that are, coming in your door saying, hey, I want to work. You've got to find these guys and hire these guys and do it right. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's a little different scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's a lot of fun. I really, you know, I when I started Higgs Professional Consulting, it was fun like this. It was something I enjoyed going to work every day. I enjoyed what I was building. I had a great group of guys there. It was something that was fun, and then it gets so big that it becomes hard to keep your arms around. And at that point, it's not fun for me anymore because then all you're doing is being a paper pusher and an HR manager,
Yep.
and the design and the build and the the marketing and stuff becomes automated from your people instead of your input. And then it's you're basically just writing checks and hoping you don't get the bad phone calls of people not happy.
Exactly. Exactly. So, what would you say is, so far the projects you've done, is there anything that you're like has stood out that's been like, you really like that project better than anything else? I know on your own you did some really nice stuff. Have you done anything else high end like that,
You
or
know,
does it just depend?
we did a job up in the mountains that's real high end. It was a full base, so it was, custom bathroom with two shower heads, nothing extreme like I've got, but two shower heads, and then it had a dog wash and climbing wall because they're avid, people that like to be active. And so that was fun. It's a real interesting project. The photos are coming soon. We hired a professional photographer to do everything, and we're waiting for furniture and such to be staged before we do a final photography session up there. But it's real unique. So that one stands out. We've got another one coming. I call it the Scarface pad. It's like 1980s Scarface inside, and we're gonna remodel it and bring it to today. So those photos are going to be coming. We haven't started that project yet, so we're starting that.
Yeah. So, where are you guys showcasing your work when you get them done?
Okay, had a phone call come in. We're showcasing them on House, on our website, Instagram, Facebook. Trying to do some Twitter stuff. I don't know that Twitter's necessarily the best place for what we're trying to do, but um, you know, who knows? But we're just kind of advertising, you know, where we feel gets us the most traction.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun, to see the beginning, mid, and end of the project. I posted a picture last night of a project that a contractor walked off, didn't finish the job. Customer called frantically. They're trying to sell their house, need it done. They had all the material, they had everything. The house goes on the market on this Saturday. They needed it done. We jumped in, got it done. We did it in 3 days. They're extremely, extremely happy. So just being able to maneuver where other companies, I don't know that they have the ability.
Froze there, buddy.
Oh, did I said I've always prided myself on being able to maneuver and
Yeah, yeah,
make things happen. So
yeah, yeah. I recall that many times that when
yep,
we were working together.
yeah,
Yep. So that's always good. I know many companies, they get an issue and it's like the end of the world. They don't know what to deal with it. It's,
Yep.
you know, I mean, many companies we supplement with, or I got bad plywood, what should I do? And so, you know, you got to go through this. And it's like, did you watch our videos?
Right. Yeah. You know, there's no, I was told a long time ago by one of my mentors, if you didn't burn the house down, everything's rebuildable. Even if you burnt it down, it's rebuildable, but you're probably not going to be the one they choose.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I always kind of live by that, you know, even though, you know, we might have messed something up, we can always fix it and, you know, get that customer's love back for us. And so that's really what I'm about.
Yeah, that's true. You know, every once in a while you get that paying customer that you wish you would have never hooked up with because they seem great when you link up with them, and then they turn into a horror. But you know that's going to happen from time to time.
Contractors are that way too, though. There's a lot of crappy contractors out there that don't pay their guys. That, you know, they drive around in expensive cars and have boats and toys and stuff, and they don't pay their crews. And you know, that was a thing that always rubbed me wrong about a lot of people is, you know, if you have somebody do work for you, they get paid before you do. And that was always my motto is, and it still is today. If, you know, if I have somebody working, if I have to eat bologna sandwiches for the week just because I didn't make enough money on the job, that's my fault, not his. He's supposed to get paid. So
exactly.
Yeah. A lot of people, unfortunately, don't have that same work ethic and same business belief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we won't get on that soapbox.
Right.
We could go on for hours on that.
Yeah. That's a whole different show.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know,
Dimitri does that.
True.
Yeah.
True. Me and Dimitri are actually we're talking about doing a show together soon, so maybe be on each other's show and everything.
That'd be good. Yeah, Dimitri's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's not somebody you want to get on the bad side of, though, because
he'll
call you out.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. He sticks to his guns regardless. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where he comes from too. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a guy that was from Uzbekistan that works for me, and he's kind of the same mentality. You know, he's never wrong, even though he might be wrong. He's not wrong, you know, and you just have to kind of maneuver that. He's an amazing granite worker, so you just deal with those nuances of people, and you know that's part of being a manager and part of being an owner. You have to figure out, you know, is their work quality worth the headache quality that they're going to give you, and you know, if you can make those two equal out, and you know, hopefully you don't have to drink too much in between the week to make it work.
Yeah.
You know, that usually works out. So
yeah, well, Kyle would say I was very much like that, and he still is like, you're kind of a bully when you think you're right. You're a bully about something. Like, I'm trying to work with people, you know, especially since my new position with the company. I'm not just doing sales and marketing, since I'm, you know, having to deal with the day-to-day operations and everything. So I'm, you know, but sometimes you kind of just gotta, hey, this is the reason we do it this way, you know. And you know, we were talking this morning, you know, doing some more training and everything for everybody, and it was like, well, why do we need this training? And it's like, well, it'll help us out for marketing and for everything. Does anybody even ask that? Yes, they do. But you guys know more about this. You already said you guys know more about Exactibate than most people that are level 3. And it's like, that's not the point. People, it's perception these days. It has, you know, it's just like us working on our website. Our website looks horrible. We know this. I've been saying this since I came on over, you know, almost 2 years ago. We need a new website. Like, whoever built this, it looks like 2 chucks in a truck Wix website, you know? and so we're finally getting it, and the people we brought on didn't handle it, and so we're dealing with some other people, you know. And then you're going to deal with that, just the same as you having to pick up where somebody else
Yep.
couldn't finish a job. They walked
Yep.
off a job.
Yep.
And the question is was the customer unreasonable, or was the contractor full of it? Or, I mean, you don't really know.
You don't know, unfortunately, and that's the part that sucks. You know, you go into these jobs and the stuff's tore up, and you don't know what happened, what transpired. You know, a lot of times will walk away from jobs like that, you know, just because, you know, who knows which side was unreasonable. But, you know, you get a sense of the person when you're talking to them, you know, and you make a decision at that point. You know, this one was brought on by one of my sales reps, and, you know, he's got a pretty good sense for people, I would like to believe. And so it's nice to know that, you know, we could help this guy, and, you know, it's working well so far. So
did you make a good connection with the realtor out of it?
Well, that's who brought it to us, was the realtor.
Okay.
So yeah, it was, you know, that helps. Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
It seems that realtors will pay way more money for kitchen, bath, all these other remodels. Roofing, they want everybody to do it dirt cheap.
They do. Yeah. They want you to do it dirt cheap too. But if it's already tore up, they don't have a choice.
True. That's true. That's true.
I mean, I didn't gouge them. I charged them labor rate. I didn't charge them, you know, unreasonable prices. But I definitely told them, hey, you know, I'm not giving you any breaks just because you're a realtor.
Yeah.
You know, you know, and you know, back to your point of, you know, having more stress and more everything, you know, at the top, it's one of those things that you're always dealing with the stress from below, and, you know, people trying to climb up that ladder and knock you off. You know, that's what the haters do. If you don't have a hater or two, you haven't been successful yet, in my eyes.
Exactly.
You know, my haters became friends again. You know, that's kind of what happened with me, is they all want to be my friend now again. And I don't get that. You know, people don't change their stripes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, you know, some people, they're just I don't know if they're realizing they were inaccurate or something else. There's no way to tell.
I figure they probably want something, need help, you know, and they just don't know how to ask it. That's what I figure.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's like a woman. They don't want to hear no. You there? Or did you freeze again? I think you froze again, Higgs.
Oh. Good old lovely Colorado internet, let me tell you. You know, we're in a society that we can leave stuff behind places, and we can't keep the internet up in our own house. So what the hell?
Yeah. Well,
I don't get it.
Hopefully you can get fiber up there pretty soon.
You know, I asked, they said they wouldn't give me a time. It's like, well, hurry up. Who do I got to grease? I did it done.
Exactly. That's what happened down here. Every time I need something, I'm like, okay, what do I got to pay? And they're just like, it doesn't work like that. I'm like, it used to work like that.
Right? What happened? Yeah.
The only thing that's worked for is we had to register the truck, and the guy's like, oh, you won't be able to do it. 500 pesos, and I'll get you on the thing.
There you go.
So it was, I mean, $25. It was worth it because they changed it. You can't go in. You have to do a thing online and all this stuff because they've slowed stuff down, and their system doesn't work right, and you have to know it's a pain.
Yeah.
You know? Yep. But fortunately, we had a friend of a friend who was in government.
There you go.
Helped us out. But then we had other issues, but that's another story.
That's another story.
Like I said, we could have this thing going for hours.
Yeah.
So,
you know, any guys in Colorado that, you know, want some help with interior stuff when it hails, give me a call. Anybody that, you know, needs stuff like that, I'm always here to help you. Can't do any consulting work for roofing companies still. I still have a non-compete, but I can do production for companies again. So, you know, I can always assist in helping guys with that if they need help. But I'm just enjoying life here and, you know, just loving it. So
nice.
Named my company DreamWorks. You know, you were part of that. I added you on the chat when I was trying to figure out a name, and it's I think it's a good name.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. When I did Higgs, everybody knew who Higgs was. DreamWorks, anybody with a kid knows what DreamWorks is, except for I'm not the film studio. So it's kind of a play on words.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yep.
So what areas are you working in Colorado?
Mostly the Denver Metro. We'll go all the way to Longmont. We'll go all the way to Highlands Ranch, Aurora to Evergreen, but we don't go much further than that. It's just too much drive time for my guys from from their house or from the shop every day.
Well, and it's not roofing. It's not the materials are delivered. The guys show up with the truck and trailer, tear it off, and it's done in a day.
Right. These are 5 to 10 day projects.
Exactly. So there's a lot more. So
yeah.
I mean, obviously, if it was some super high end or something like that, then
of course I would be open to it.
Stuff,
yes.
But,
Yeah. I mean, if it's just a patch, drywall patch or something like that, I can make that happen. If it's something where we're doing, full gut of a kitchen, it becomes more complicated, being that, if it's long, in Cheyenne or something where it's just too far of a distance.
Yeah. And most people don't want to spend that much money.
Correct. To put my guys in a hotel. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're looking at Cheyenne, obviously if you leave at 5 a.m, it's an hour.
Yep.
After that, it's 2-3 hours each way.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay, well, we worked 2 hours and we left.
Yeah. Why? Well, because you live in the middle of BFE.
Exactly.
It was windy.
Exactly. Oh, I remember going and scoping some jobs up there. Good Lord.
Yeah, the wind never stops.
Well, it would say it was a good day. You get up there, and literally it felt like tornadoes were going on. And you're on this 3-story house trying to scope it, and I'm just like, why would anybody build a house here? And why would they use architectural shingles? Put something that's not going to have
standing seam or something. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and you're having to wear safety glasses just because you're getting
pelted with
dirt and rocks pelted at you.
Yep. Yep. I had a guy fly off a roof on a piece of OSB up in Cheyenne years ago. He held on the whole way. That was the stupidest thing he could have done, but he said it was his magic carpet. Whatever.
That one on video.
Yeah, this was before cell phone video. I still had a BlackBerry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that probably wouldn't have turned out very good.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been very good quality.
Been like this big.
Yep. What's that dot?
Is that an ant?
Yeah. Yep. Probably would have gotten in trouble with Facebook censorship now with him screaming and yelling lots of obscenities,
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So what else is exciting? You feeling okay down there?
Yeah, everything's going good. I'll be once we get the training set up, I'll be heading to Mexico City for about a week. So
nice.
It'll be a couple days. So I'll be there going over everything since it's when you do these trainings, you pay for them online.
Sure.
It's all about methodology.
Sure.
Unfortunately, they don't really have great trainings on. It's a methodology on Exactimate. And the guys, most of the people working for us are engineers, so they're great at CAD and stuff. And so we're going to be expanding into doing a lot of fire and water loss also.
Gotcha.
We're going to be doing that in California. Actually brought in one client, actually the guy from last week that we interviewed, he's got a water loss and he's having issues. So
awesome.
We'll be working on that with him. Some of the files will go directly to Furtado Law, and some of them Furtado Law Solutions we'll be working with. Mm-hmm. Evidently, David let me know that we can do good over there because of the fact that a lot of the PAs are their sales guys, and we've seen that. There's some really good guys, and then there's other guys that they're just really good at marketing and selling, and he's going to court on these and having issues, and so he's like, okay, you got to pay these fees up front because these cases are not great. And
they take forever.
Well, not just that. It's like same thing with with the roofers and everything else. If you don't document stuff right, and it's like you don't have your invoicing and everything else, when you go to court, you have to have all that.
Sure.
Well, why do I owe this extra money? Well, because you didn't pay me right. Well, why didn't I pay you right? Well, because I said so.
Right.
No, you got to.
It's all about documentation and proof.
Yep. Exactly, and that's why we put this together. Me, Kyle, and David is because the way we did stuff was correct. Being documenting stuff, keeping track of the phone calls and everything, emails, and yeah, we had our invoices and stuff, and so we knew our costs, and we can show that we were underpaid by the insurance companies. And obviously, if you're going to court before stuff settled as a PA and stuff, it's a little different, but you still have to have your everything. I mean, he's going and they don't have hardly any pictures. So like, you're going to get paid to document properties along with do all the other stuff. Basically, we're going to be working some directly with contractors, some with PAs, and some with property owners. So
Gotcha.
A little bit of everything. And we do some of that right now anyways with the roofing and so forth and some of the interiors. We have some clients that are property owners, and they found us through whatever means, I don't know. And we were dealing with quite a few tile jobs down in the Springs, these custom tiles. And for whatever reason, they weren't happy with the contractors. They had a contractor they liked, but he wasn't able to deal with stuff. And so I don't know if we were referred or how it all worked out. I know that one of the consultants for us is an ex-adjuster. He used to be pretty big up.
That helps.
And so, so we get work from that also. So, and we're doing a lot of commercials now in the metro area now that we have hail again in Colorado. And not just, let's hit Colorado Springs where everybody got bulletproof tiles. So we thought there's a ton of work, and there's not.
Right. Yeah, and where it hit, there hasn't been hail there for a while. So it's a good area.
Yeah, and it hit not far from you and things. So there's some areas that had been hit, but there's a lot that hadn't. And
but they didn't go to class 4, so that helps.
that does help without having those heavy duty shingles. So.
Yep. Trying to prove that they failed under 1 inch hail becomes kind of difficult.
Yeah.
But a normal shingle, if it's a couple years old, can fail under 1 inch hail if it's wind driven. So.
Yeah.
So
we all remember 2017. Oh, Higgs just must have had a connection issue. Well, if anybody needs help with their kitchen or bathroom models or anything else, here's Higgs' information, DreamWorks, homeimprovements.com. And if you need help with supplements or estimates, you can. Oh, here he comes.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Internet, phones.
Gotta love it.
Well, it did help the fact we turned off your notifications. It was less.
Yeah. I'm always busy.
Exactly. Even when you change industries.
Yeah, when I change industries, my phone doesn't stop. I'm getting calls today for people looking for roofing crews for, Ida. It's like, guys, I'm out of it. Sorry. Can't help it.
Exactly. So, well, I was just letting them know if they need any help with interiors, kitchen,
thank you.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Up on the website, DreamWorks, homeimprovements.com.
Thank you.
And if anybody needs estimates, supplements, or any consulting.
That's your guy. Whoops. That's your guy.
You can hit me up at 720-296-6618 or at jason@furtadolaw.solutions. And I will be getting my other corporate number set up soon. I have it. I just haven't set up the 3CX, and I just got talked to about that. So.
There you go. Well, if our number wants to come out, our number is 720-679-4663. It's 679 home. So, if you guys want to give us a call, we're happy to help. We have operators 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So
nice. All right.
Okay.
Any closing thoughts other than that, Higgs?
Nope. Let's chat again in a couple months, see where everybody's at.
All right. Sounds good. You have a good
see
one.
You too,
All
buddy.
Right,
Bye-bye.
Bye.